Hey everyone, and welcome to day 10 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got your Annihilation movie review. Something strange and science fiction-y is happening on a remote part of the world. But is this movie more than meets the eye? So as far as the story goes, Alex Garland, who had previously made one of my favorite movies of all time, Ex Machina, directs this female-led movie that takes a group of people to seemingly unknown territory that is mysterious, yet waiting to see what will happen at every turn. Now, this movie was released last year, and I had heard some decent things about it, and I didn't quite know what to expect, so I was really going into this movie blind. What I ended up seeing with it was that it was an interesting concept that was unlike anything I had ever seen before, and of course, one of the things about this movie that I had immediately noticed was that the narrative causes the whole plot to go back and forth in time, and it is very meticulous when it comes to getting into all of the scientific elements of this movie without over-explaining, but sometimes it is hard to follow, especially when there's just so much going on. I mean, this is a very simple yet dense plot. I felt the same way watching Ex Machina, and this movie just seems like it's almost the exact same way. Now, as far as the casting goes, like I said, this movie is a female-led cast. Natalie Portman, who is in the lead, and she really takes charge in her role, and you really feel for her character, especially when she seems to be the main focus of the movie with everything that is going on in her life. She seems to be the one that these people are taking testimony from, and wanting to know exactly what happened in this one, closed off location that all of these, soldiers and scientists ended up visiting. And of course, the rest of the cast, they're all pretty well-known actors like Jennifer Jason Leigh, Gina Rodriguez, Tessa Thompson. They were decent in their roles, but I really couldn't care less, and I really predicted, what could potentially be their fates. I mean, it's literally the trope of every horror movie where you're trying to think, okay, what is going to happen to this character, and is this person going to make it out alive? Is this person going to make it to the end of the movie? Stuff like that. But then when you have the male supporting actors like Oscar Isaac, who was in Ex Machina, or even Benedict Wong, I really didn't feel much for their characters either, and it's just really unfortunate because I also equally like their acting. The things that I liked about this movie was that while technically this movie was classified as a sci-fi thriller, I did notice that there were some terrifying moments on screen, especially with those creatures that they had created and popped up on screen, and added to that jump scare factor that I always catch in a horror movie. And it was suspenseful to the point where it made certain scenes unsettling to watch. I mean, there was one in particular that I won't give away that just really made me want to close my eyes. And I actually wanted to open my eyes watching this movie because of the stunning visuals. I mean, literally, I called this Alice in Wonderland meets Avatar. It was just so beautiful. And I really enjoyed the musical score that, really added to the whole sci-fi elements of the movie. And the ending scene alone, which I also won't give away, was so out of this world and shockingly crazy. My jaw dropped to the floor. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that the beginning feels a little bit slow before the action did eventually pick up. So I was happy about that, and so did my curiosity. But I still feel like after the movie was over, I had so many questions about what I saw, and I never really felt like I got a lot of answers. Then again, this movie could also be up for some interpretation in itself, which is what some movies tend to lack these days, and this one, really made you think. So overall, I would say that this movie was impressive for what it was, and I think I would see it again, and I would recommend seeing this movie. I think it was, one of those rare treats that you just have to see to believe. So I would give this 3.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Annihilation, and come back tomorrow for day 11 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later.